Welcome back, and today we're going to be discussing the blissful ignorance of those whom follow Tovia Singer blindly. We are going to be looking at this comment and another comment, which is talking about the same thing, i.e. the defense of Tovia Singer. Please pause to read or go to the link in the description to find the original comment here. Now, I want you to really focus on the fact that this person says, Tovia never says non-Jews have to keep the law, nor will he ever. Tovia is addressing Jews who Paul said don't have to keep the law any longer. That's what he's talking about. So I need to break this down, David. I need to help you and about apparently the 12 other people who liked your comment, who truly don't understand the point of the video nor the deception of Rabbi Singer. So let's get started.
You see, that's the defense. That's the predicted defense. That it's Rabbi Singer is simply saying that the Jews that are Christians in the church, they would have to keep all of the law. And the non-Jews that are Christians in the church don't have to. But the question is, show me where in his Ezekiel video did he ever make that distinction? Because, I mean, how are you supposed to know? Like, I'm a Christian Jew in the church. Let's be real here. Let's be uber real here, okay? So if his goal is to pull out the Jews that had assimilated over the years, etc., unless they have a big sign on their forehead that says, I'm a Christian Jew in the church, Rabbi Singer's not going to know. So he targets all of Christendom. And that's the problem. Furthermore, it's so clear that neither Rabbi Singer nor his little minions know that when Rabbi Singer made mention of Paul writing to Ephesus, the church of Ephesians, and writing to Colossians, they were Gentiles.
No more law. That's what Paul teaches in Ephesians. That's what Paul teaches in Colossians 2:16, 17.
So I need everyone to hold this energy. Hold it tight. Hold it real tight whenever you say the Jewish people would have to keep all the commands, but the Gentiles, i.e. Ephesus and Colossians, whom Paul is writing to, they don't have to keep the ritual. I need you to hold tight to that energy. And then I need you to remember that the point of my video is Tovia makes no distinction between Jew and Gentile that are Christian, yet targets the whole church. And then his whole problem is that Paul, speaking to non-Jews, says, you don't have to keep ritual law. Make it make sense. Oh, but see, I'm not done. See, because when you get to Acts 21, this very issue comes up. They are, in Acts 21, so excited how many thousands of Jews both believe in Jesus and are zealous for the law, showing you there's no problem. They're not antithetical, unlike what Rabbi Singer wants you to believe. But here's the accusation against Paul here. That those Jews who are zealous for the law, but also believe in Jesus, have heard that Paul is teaching the Jews who happen to live among the Gentiles, whom Paul is writing to. Remember, writing in Ephesus, Colossians, too, that those, Ephesus and Colossians, Gentiles, don't have to keep ritual law in order to be saved. But these Jews who are zealous for the law and also believe in Jesus now think, oh no, Paul is teaching that the Jews don't have to keep the law and they are being pulled away from Moses. But do you see the accusation? Let me show you. Paul greeted them and reported in detail what God had done among Gentiles through Paul's ministry. When they heard this, they praised God and they said to Paul, you see, brother, how many thousands of Jews have believed, and all of them are zealous for the law. Those thousands of Jews that are zealous for the law and believe in Jesus, have been informed that you teach all the Jews who live among the Gentiles to turn away from Moses, telling them not to circumcise their children or live according to our customs. So what does he do? He goes and he not only take these men, but he joined in their purification right. This is the law in the Torah with regards to taking a vow to show that you yourself are living in obedience to the law. See, simple reading comprehension and maybe some historical background on the churches that Paul writes to and what he writes to them about would help in discerning whether or not Tovia's accusations against Paul are factual or not. And they're not. They're not. This is an argument that we had heard in the book of Acts, that unfortunately, since there were Jews, random speckled Jews living throughout the Gentiles whom Paul was writing to, telling them they don't have to keep ritual law in order to be saved, that they, the Jews of those areas, thought, oh, he's teaching us this. And then, people got to talking and that went back to the Jews who both believe in keeping the law and also believe in Jesus as the Messiah, because again, they're not antithetical. And so I want you to understand that when Rabbi Singer makes a video saying, Paul says, no more law, no more, and then he speaks about the letters to Colossians and the letters to Ephesus, which are literally Gentile majority, then either he doesn't know this or he's finding any reason to be a hater against Paul while simultaneously being inconsistent with his own theological approach. Because listen, there's no way to get around this. This video just did it for him. There's no way to get around it. Rabbi Singer makes no distinction between Jew and Gentile in his own videos, okay? Unless he's specifically doing a talk on the Noahide. That's it. So, one, he makes no distinction. Then he makes a video where he is saying that if you are Christian in general, boom, if you are Christian, you're supposed to be keeping the law, because if you're going to follow your Old Testament Bible, he doesn't say if you're a Jew and you want to follow your Old Testament Bible, then you have to be keeping the law. But you Gentiles, you don't have to do that. He made no distinction in that video whatsoever. And in the video, he has problems with Paul's writings to Gentile churches about the Gentiles not needing to keep the law. And Paul says, no more law. But yet he holds to the same idea that Gentiles don't have to keep the law. Listen, I don't know if you're just not keeping up with what it is that he's saying, or if you don't know the New Testament Bible or your history. But I'm here to inform you that Rabbi Singer only has two options here. He's either doing it intentionally and he knows what he's saying is a lie and a deception, or he doesn't know and he should not be teaching on the New Testament. So to kind of wrap this up for everyone, in this video, Rabbi Singer is in the Old City, streets of Jerusalem, etc., and he is talking to, this is what the haters of mine and the supporters of Tovia Singer say. They say, he's talking to Jews that are in the church. Okay, so then why did the rabbi, one, not make that distinction, and two, why did he then use that, right, use Paul's writings to Gentile churches and the book of Mark, which is mostly to Gentiles, yet again, as ammo to say that Paul is saying that Jews that are now Messianic, i.e. Christians that believe in Jesus, that they don't have to keep the law? Why did he do that? Or did you not catch that? Because I caught it. Shalom. Have a good day.